When the Call of Duty series transitioned into a yearly, multiplayer-centric franchise, it lost a lot of its luster for me. While I do play the occasional deathmatch round, I'm a campaign-first kind of guy, and as each campaign got shorter and shorter, so too did my attention span. All of which makes returning to Call of Duty for Black Ops 6 kind of a big thing for me. My interest was piqued when I heard Raven Software, or what's left of them, were leading the development of the campaign, and thankfully they haven't disappointed. Now, if you've played any of Raven's single-player focused first-person shooters before, you know they have a certain design style to them and a focus on fun, minute-to-minute gameplay, rather than on-the-rails spectacle, which is to say that they're not graphical explosions of shock and awe, and almost always start somewhat underwhelming. And then, as in Quakefall, Wolfenstein 2009 and Singularity, they eventually become great to exceptional at a certain point. Black Ops 6 proves that Raven haven't changed all that much at all. Black Ops 6 takes us back to the turbulent 1990s, the Gulf War, and a new paramilitary threat known as the Pantheon. The game seeks to emulate international mystery and spy stories, kind of like the Jason Bourne movies. Our heroes are, as always, out in the cold with a target on their back after an extraction operation goes wrong. To clear their names and bring down the Pantheon, they go on the run and plan ops in exotic locations to find out what the Pantheon's big plans are. If you've watched any espionage movie in the last 30 years or so, you'll know what to expect. There are twists and turns, betrayals and revenge, all thrown together with a smattering of that explosive Call of Duty seasoning. The story may feel a little disjointed at times, with plot contrivances designed to throw you into exotic locations, such as a casino heist or the opening of Operation Desert Storm itself, but they help to break up the gameplay flow and give you multiple ways to play. While I wasn't entirely sold on the story, nor found it that novel, the backstabbing flow of betrayals and reveals helped make Black Ops 6 perhaps the best Call of Duty campaign in years. To the developer's credit, a safe house visit between missions ensures you can speak to your team of operators to flesh out their stories and personalities, so they don't seem one-sided and as one-note as most of Call of Duty's secondary cast. Most Call of Duty campaigns have floundered in recent years, with a mere handful of hours required to blow stuff up and shoot nameless cogs in an aging, formulaic, and mummifying playstyle. Black Ops 6 bucks that trend by giving you a meaty 8+ hour campaign. While most of it is still a shooty experience, it mixes up its mechanics to make each level feel distinct and fresh. The awful Call of Duty staple of endless enemy spawns until you hit a trigger or checkpoint has been scaled way back, with only a few moments using this mechanic, while the rest of the game favours traditional enemy placement and limited numbers. Outside of the original Call of Duty trilogy, whose World War II setting made sense for an endless number of warm bodies thrown at you, it's a design aspect that I've come to find both annoying and predictable. If kill counts were what you were after for stat purposes, they were the type of games you could just plop yourself down behind a barrel and camp until you were bored. I prefer a set number of enemies and custom-tailored encounters myself, and Black Ops 6 mostly scratches that itch. Part of that is because Black Ops 6 tones down the usual bombast that the series is known for with its spy thriller design. Make no mistake, there are still a few huge firefights scattered throughout the campaign and one particularly thrilling airport set sequence, but the developers have opted for a design that makes sense for the covert ops structure. Of more importance now is stealth, which is finally a fully viable, if simplistic, playstyle. The bulk of missions give you the option of going loud or silent, and it's very satisfying dropping bodies without alerting anyone. 2 of the game's best missions drop you down in open areas with multiple objectives to complete in any way and order you decide. And while your choices may not affect the final outcome, it's nice to choose whether or not you want to fill an attack chopper's engines with water, versus planting a bomb on its underside. In between missions you return to a command center, well, a safe house really, to chat with the rest of your team and plan your future missions. The house has its own set of secrets to unlock with some light puzzle solving, and it can be upgraded with cash collected in the field to add perks to your operators and weapons. Things like faster reloads or more ammo dropped in the field add a nice, albeit tiny skill tree to proceedings. Between the missions that let you swap between characters for a fun casino heist, the usual explosive run-and-gun spectacle, and quiet team moments, Black Ops 6 has more depth to it than any prior game in this long-running IP has had in a while. Performance-wise, the game seemed to run perfectly on an Xbox Series X, No matter how many explosions were on screen or aircraft were falling out of the sky, the frame rate was always rock solid. Though that might be down to the fact this is the first Call of Duty I've seen in years that hasn't really attempted to push the visual boundaries as far as usual. It's still a good-looking game, especially character rendering and animation. It does feel as though stable performance on current-gen machines and acceptable last-gen performance might have been the target. So with a legitimately fun, lengthy and satisfying campaign, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 has revitalized a series I had long since written off. If Activision and its various contributing developers continue to put more time and effort into their campaigns, I may just return for the subsequent games. Black Ops 6 may not outshine the original Call of Duty trilogy, or the phenomenal original Modern Warfare trilogy. It's still a hell of a ride played solo, and that makes it the best Call of Duty in years for me.
If you've got this far, please consider giving the video a like and maybe subscribing to our channel, as it helps us grow.